Hi everyone, I'm Dana Hokana. Welcome back. We're going to deal with more components of getting lean out of our horse. So as we previously discussed, one way to get the lean out is just to continue to correct the horse. First we had to identify it. Then we had to see if our body was playing a part in our body being slightly out of balance or giving signals that we aren't meaning to. Then we decide, okay, now our horse is leaning. We diagnosed it. All right, let me just help you back in position, help you back in position. But that's not a really fun ride. That's a horse that's just got a little bit of cheat or a little bit of lean that we're always fighting. So let's talk about that. First of all, that lean that we're talking about, in all honesty, sometimes it's not a willful disobedience. Sometimes they're so out of sync, or they've done it so long, or they're so much better one lead or one arc or one direction than the other, that they just fall out to one side. Some horses truly drop their rib cage, their shoulder, and they just have some struggles with it. Some horses have physical issues. And so one of the things that I will do is to help my horse to better perform their job by asking them, so we know that this horse consistently leaned to the left, right? Your horse may have a different kind of a problem, but this horse consistently leaned and faded left. So I'm going to build up his ability and his acceptance off of my left leg, my left rein, and continue to ask him to step over. What that would do would be one thing that would strengthen his side of his body that wants to fall down. The next thing it would do, and by fall down, I don't mean fall down on the ground, I mean tip over. Because you can be on a horse and you're loping a circle and they drop their shoulder and they fall into it, or they drop a hip to the outside, or they drop a rib cage and they're out of balance. Their center of gravity is over and down. So I'm going to pick up their center of gravity, pick up their rib cage, and ask them to move over, okay? Then I might go back off and see if the lean is still there. I'll drop off him, sit square, and I'm looking straight ahead. No lean yet. I can feel him starting to want to lean. And there was the lean, clear as a bell, right? So I'm not going to let him turn the way into the lean. That was so clear for me. And hopefully you got to see that too. Because as I walked along, I spent some time moving his body over, side passing maybe a square or corners, picking him up and over. And I spent a little time on him here, right? And then I asked him to walk, and that was pretty willful. That was like willful disobedience, like, nah, I'm going to lean. Here I am walking again. I had moved him over. I feel his step kind of slow down, and I'm just walking along, and boom, there he took it. He took the bait, and he leaned. I stayed square, but he leaned, right? So that being willful disobedience, I'm going to dig in just a little bit more. I'm going to actually correct him by something that I kind of call a cowboy turn, or getting him over off of my rein and leg. So for example, I'm walking along. When I feel the lean, I will stop it and knock him back over off it. If I'm one-handed, that's how I do it. If I'm two-handed, I'd say get off my rein and leg and don't lean. Now this horse is easy to show as an example because he has a spin on him, but any horse, if they'll just make a corner or a turn, you can make your point. So let's see if he'll try me again. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. And he's thinking of leaning. Oh, he's like knows better. Thinking about it, head went that way. Boom, get off it. Get off that, okay? And we'll walk back off. I'm looking at this post, trying to keep in a straight line, my body's straight. So far, pretty good. Boom, lean. Knock him back off there. No, you don't do that. I'll go back off here. So far, so good. Now he's leaning a little this way. So nope. Because often they'll try one way then the other. But bottom line is, if I put my hand down, he should stay between my reins. And there's the lean toward that gate. It's really inviting for him. He's done this a lot of years. Straight line. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. That's the first time I kept walking without lean. And it took me a few times of cranking him over a little bit. Several things. We can ask and correct, give him a chance, like I said before. Then we realize we're just begging him. Then we can do what I call like a cowboy turn or knock him over off that, or I can side pass to help him. All of these exercises will ultimately help that lean that becomes a problem for you and your horse. For 10 years, I've used the TR3 Classic drag to keep my performance horses at their peak. And now I'm so excited to say that we now have that TR3 E series. There just isn't anything better than that TR3 Arena drag to help make my performance and my program complete. So no matter the size of your program, good footing should matter to you. So contact ABI today and get your Arena drag.